welcome back to my channel Over the Rainbow. My name is Tara, and in my channel we talk about everything spirituality, how to develop your intuitive gifts, how to receive guidance, and my vlogging journey to becoming a professional psychic. I'm so excited because today we're going to reveal your psychic gifts. And well, you're going to reveal them. I'm just going to help you reveal them. And then we're going to do a step-by-step process on how to receive guidance from the universe, from your spirit guides and angels when you need help with getting creative ideas, you need help with a relationship, if you should do this or not do that. Whatever it is, this video is going to help you. So first I'll explain the step-by-steps, and then at the end of the video we will discuss how to reveal your psychic abilities. So we first need to ground ourselves. Then we need to get ourselves into a theta alpha brainwave state, slow down that monkey mind. Then we need to set the intention of what we are seeking guidance for. So we can't expect to receive answers when we're not even asking, whether that's asking out loud or in your mind to the universe or angels, spirit guides, whatever it is. We can't just receive these guidance when we're not asking. So we need to ask. And then we meditate and the answers will be revealed. So first off, grounding. Grounding is so highly important. Every single person on the planet of this earth needs to ground. Whether it's physically going outside, walking barefoot, or immersing yourself in water, or laying down outside on the earth, visualization, which is what I will be talking about now. We need to ground ourselves because we need to get rid of that excess energy that we absorb day in and day out. Whether it's just going to the supermarket, going shopping, at work, we are absorbing other people's energies. So if we do not ground ourselves and remove and drain out this energy from us, we will become fried. We will become so lethargic, so tired, and not being able to have that energy to do our energy work, such as like if you do Reiki or giving psychic readings yourself, or just going about your own work life, whether like you're a lawyer or admin, like whatever it is, we need to get rid of all this excess energy. So as I said, you can go outside and just walk barefoot. Instantaneously it just gets absorbed, it drains out of your body. Or visualization. So you can either sit down with your feet flat on the floor, or you can sit cross-legged. I prefer to sit cross-legged. It's just, I like to sit that way. So what we do is we visualize grounding cords. It can be grounding cords, it can be vines, you can imagine a waterfall, you can imagine rainbow coming from your feet or your spine, whatever it is that you want to visualize it being. I like it to, or like tree roots even, I like it to be vines. I feel like it's just much more picturesque, seeing those beautiful vine leaves. So if you're sitting feet flat on the floor, we imagine these vines or whatever it is stemming from those feet. Or if we are sitting cross-legged, we need to envision these vines coming from the bottom of our spine. Now, if you are not good at envisioning things, that is okay. As long as you follow this step-by-step process and talk yourself through it, it is the intention that matters. You do not have to have a good imagination to be able to ground yourself. It's the intention that counts, but still talk your way through it, okay? So imagine the vines coming from your feet or the base of your spine, and it going down and breaking into the soil of the earth, and then feel the coldness, feel the wetness of the soil, and like imagine the vines worming its way down into the core of Mother Earth. And as you're doing that, see the vines going through, like stones and rocks, passing through like the worms and the ants, passing through like the crystals, all the way down to the core of Mother Earth. And you can either visualize it, these vines wrapping around the core of Mother Earth, or just like implanting itself in. And then what we do is we imagine the redness of Mother Earth drawing that redness through back up those vines. So just in reverse, going all the way up those vines again, and then into the bottoms of your feet, or into your spine, and then into the body. And you'll feel, if you're tuned in enough, and with practice this will happen, with your feet. This only happens when my feet are planted on the floor and I do this exercise. You may feel like a buzzing in your feet, like subtle vibration. You may feel tingling sensation. You may feel heat. If you don't, that's completely normal. It's fine. The more and more you do this and tune into the energies, you will naturally start feeling this. It's really cool. So then what we want to do is, with this red energy, we want it to go along the base of, so with your legs, it traveling up your legs and then coming as one, and then going up your spine and then up your head and then into space. If we're sitting with, cross-legged with our spine, we want to imagine this just going straight up the spine, all the way up into space. And then you're grounded, okay? Now, you don't have to worry about constantly trying to envision this. Once you have done it, you just let go of it. You don't need to think about it anymore. You don't need to think, oh, I can't feel or see the energy. I may need to keep doing it more, and just constantly think of bringing that red energy up, or the vines into the ground, into Mother Earth. You don't. Once you've done this exercise, that's it. You're connected, you're grounded. Then we need to bring light from, like a golden or white light, down from space, and then all the way down, and then just like that, just imagine it going through, and then back into the core of Mother Earth. Okay? And then we're grounded to Mother Earth, and then we're connected to the divine. Easy. It can take 1 to 2 minutes. Or if you really want to, really embrace it and feel it and really immerse yourself into that picture and feel those sensations, it can take 5 or 10 minutes, however long you want to take to do it. And then what we need to do is we need to slow down our monkey mind to theta or alpha brainwave state. So in day-to-day life, throughout the day, we are in beta, which is our active mindset. Okay? Active brainwave set. So then our brain will go into theta, which is when we're daydreamy, we're relaxed, and then alpha, which is more of a deeper meditation. So, either or is fine going into these. What I do is I count down from 100 to 1, and what I say is, when I count down, when I get to the number 1, I will be in my alpha brainwave state. That's all I say. And then I count down from 100 to 1, just to relax myself, get focused, and get rid of that monkey mind, get rid of those thoughts. And I just count down, go 100, 99, 98, 97. So I keep that rhythm. And I'm clairvoyant, so I see things in my mind. So I will envision the numbers in my mind and focus on it with all my might, because my mind does run 24/7. It's gotten so much better since I've been doing meditation. It was so much worse. But I've actually gone to a point where it's really good. My focus is so much better now. So with all your might, focus on those numbers, and be consciously aware when you drift off into thinking about something else. Bring your attention back to counting down again. And it will happen. It will happen. Don't get annoyed with yourself. Just with practice, it will get better. I can now, I'll get 1 or 2 thoughts by the time I count down from 100 to 1. If you get more, it's just practice. Don't be too hard on yourself. You'll get there. It's fine. I couldn't meditate for 2 minutes. I was so agitated and frustrated. Needed to move. Didn't want to just sit there. I kind of found it boring. But now I can sit there for 45 minutes. It can take a few months. It's fine. Don't be too hard on yourself. So then when we get to that alpha brainwave state, then we need to set our intention. So either we're reading for someone, so I will say, spirit guides and angels of the highest divine, allow messages to come through me accurately and easily for the name of the person. And I always say angels and spirit guides of the highest divine, because there are negative energies out there. So when we don't say of the highest divine of beings, we're allowing that negative energy to come in, and then we don't know what we are getting. So always make sure you say of the highest divine. And if we're not doing readings on people, I just, state whatever it is that you need help for. As I was saying before, you can't expect to receive guidance or answers when you're not putting it out there of what you want answers for. You need to state it. So if you want to have creative ideas, or should you be in a relationship with this person, what should you do with your life, should you move out to this place, literally whatever it is that is on your mind. If you're trying to find the name of an artist of a song, state it. Ask the angels of the highest divine of please tell me the answer of such and such. What do I need to do? And so once we do that, we can then meditate and just allow the answers to come to us. Don't try to think of something. It will naturally just plop into your head. Just plop. It will feel like an epiphany. It will feel like the most, like it just being a really random thought that just came to you. That's what it will feel like. Or if you're not like you may get feelings like, oh no, I feel like I shouldn't move out. I feel like I shouldn't move to that house. I feel like I shouldn't be in a relationship with that person. You may get gut feelings. So really pay attention to what sensations you are feeling. I'm more clairaudient and clairvoyant. So when I'm wanting guidance on something, it's like my own voice inside my head. Like I'm talking to myself in my mind. So that's how I will sometimes receive guidance. Or I will actually see it written, like in my mind's eye, my third eye, I will see the answer like written out. Like it's really cool. But sometimes the answer won't come to you straight away. If you practicing meditation allows, to slow down that monkey mind. So guidance can come in. It can't, the angels and spirit guides, the universe, whatever, can't come in if you're constantly thinking about other things. So we need to learn to slow down that monkey mind so the guidance can come in and just be like into the head, into the mind. So that is what we need to do. And you may find that, as I said, like you won't get guidance straight away. Meditate for like 5, 10, 15 minutes, half an hour, however long you want to. And then just go about your day, and you'll find that if you don't get guidance there and then, that it will just randomly come in throughout the day. It may come like when you're driving, may come like when you're washing the dishes. It will just randomly come. And, at first I didn't know what I was looking for when I very first started this kind of energy work. And so, I was trying to seek answers in different ways because I didn't really know what I was expecting, how to get an answer. I didn't know how to get an answer. So it's almost like I was looking too hard. And now I know that the answer will just be like, it will just come to me. It will just come to me. So don't be too hard on yourself. If you've just started this, it will take some time. Maybe you'll get it straight away. Who knows? And so let's now reveal your psychic abilities. So I'm going to read a passage out in my book that I have here because I really love this, because this is how you're going to find out what your strongest psychic ability is. And so when you find this, like you'll find it out like straight away after I read this. And so that's what you need to concentrate on, how you receive guidance. But majority of the time, it will just come in thought forms, or it will feel like just epiphanies. But if you're learning to read someone's energy, this is how you're going to receive your messages. So hold on, let me find it. Okay, here we go. Okay, you're about to find out what your psychic ability is. So exciting. Envision a beautiful garden full of beautiful bird song. You see a rose bush in front of you. In your mind's eye, Rise and walk toward it. As you get closer, you notice that all of the petals of each rose are a deep black. Take a moment to appreciate the unique beauty of these roses. Look at the thorny stems, the leaves, and the flowers. Feel the warm glow of the sun on your skin. Run your hand along the roses, feeling their silky petals. Run your hand along the stems, touching the thorns. Pick one of the flowers from the stem and smell its beautiful floral fragrance. It smells like a rose, but much more luxurious than any other rose you've ever smelled, and also has its own distinct, unique smell. Now, bite into the flower. As you do, you realize to your surprise that it has a deep, rich, chocolatey taste. Take a moment to savor the flavor. As the chocolate taste begins to fade from your tongue, you're filled with a deep sense of wellness and happiness. You notice that where you bit into the flower is beginning to regrow back into its perfect form as if you never bit into it. Take the flower and place it back from where you plucked it. Miraculously, the flower becomes part of the rose bush again, as if you never took it off to begin with. As it re-emerges with the flower, you hear a heavenly sound coming from everywhere and nowhere all at once. And a quiet voice coming from the rose bush thanks you. Allow the vision to fade. Now, take a moment to rate each clear sense on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being perfect clarity and 1 being the inability to conjure the sense. This will help you to get an idea of where your natural strengths are and where you need to put extra work into it. I wouldn't bother about putting the extra work into it for now. Just concentrate on what your strongest ability is. Again, whether you're doing psychic work or just wanting to seek guidance and answers on something, just focus on that ability. So, clairvoyance is seeing the garden, seeing the black roses, being able to pick the rose, watch it regenerate, and place it back upon the bush. Clairtangency, feeling the sun on your skin, the silky rose petals, the stems and the thorns, the emotional feeling of wellness and happiness. Clairgustance, the taste of the flower in your mouth. Clairaudience, the smell of the roses. Clairaudience, the sound of birdsong, the heavenly sound, the small voice thanking you. So you may want to replay what I just had said and then figure out which is your strongest ability. And so that is how you're most likely going to receive your messages. Really like clairvoyance, clairtangency, and clairaudience that you may want to focus on if you're not developing your psychic abilities. Like clairsentience, which is like gut feeling. I think that might be the same as clairtangency, actually. I think that might be the same as clairsentience. I'm not sure though, so please correct me if I'm wrong. So that is finding out your psychic abilities. So yeah, there we go. So I hope you have gotten everything that you needed to out of this video. I hope it gave you some good insight, and just remember that when you need to set the intention, and actually, you know what? I don't always do that. When it is big things such as like life-changing things, I will go through that process. But Always ground though. Always ground. Like every single day, whether it, you take 2 minutes before you go to bed to ground or when you get up. Always ground yourself every day. But when I am seeking answers and guidance, I don't always go through that process. But as I said, when it's big things I need answers to, I will. But sometimes I will just be driving in the car and I'll be like, angels and guides of the highest divine, please give me creative ideas for my YouTube videos. So I definitely will not go into an alpha state. Do not ever do that while driving. I will just be driving, I will say that, and then a few minutes later, 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, I will just have ideas pop into my head. It's more like big things, or if you're starting out, definitely go through that process and really take the time to do it and get yourself familiar with it. So I hope this was informative, and I will see you in my next video.